Hey everybody, my name is John Cha and you're watching episode 1 of The Come Up. So some of the best advice I've ever heard is actually to watch successful people, see what they're doing and just copy it. So The Come Up is a series where we interview some Dubai's up and coming professionals. So my focus isn't really to talk to people who already made it to the top of the industry, but someone who we can all relate to when we're just starting on our own professional journey. So whether you're on day 2 or year 10 into it, this series should give you some insight and advice on guiding you into the right direction. So today we have an interview, a personal trainer and a coach who has really taken off in a short period of time since moving to Dubai. So as a person who practices what he preaches, he has helped numerous individuals get into better physical and mental shape. So let me introduce you to the most ripped guy I know and someone I could call a friend, Tom Bailey. What's up, Tom?
Thanks for having me, John.
Thanks for coming through. So in 1 to 2 minutes, kind of give me the history and background of Tom Bailey.
I actually started out in a career in real estate. So my studies at university were based in real estate. That's what my career then transitioned into. The whole time in the background, I was always improving my own physical shape. I was going to the gym. I never really realized that my sideline passion was actually health and fitness. So I was always learning about training, nutrition, programming. That's what I spent all of my spare time doing. So when I actually began the career in real estate and realized after just a short time of 9 months, you know what, this isn't actually for me. I needed a complete 360 in my life. I wanted a new location, a new career. So I decided to flip my life upside down, moved out to Dubai, and began my career as a personal trainer.
So what actually initiated you to choose Dubai out of every other country in the world?
I'd visited Dubai several times in the years leading up to before I actually moved, and I just really fell in love with the place. There was such a diverse cultural melting pot of different nationalities. There was so many activities to do. The weather was incredible. So all of these things that I didn't have access to in the UK, it really pulled me to Dubai.
Nice. So what was the process like actually when you decided to come to Dubai? So what was like the visa and getting the residency? How was that like?
When I landed in Dubai, I had 30 days to secure employment. So I had somebody that I could stay with for that time, but I needed to secure a job and then get a place to live as well. So I went and applied to a few different gyms because you can do personal training with a gym where you have contracted hours, you work with people, you work on the gym floor and stuff like that. And then in Dubai, they also have these like freelance personal training companies as well. So how that works, you pay a retainer to one of these companies for the purpose of getting the visa, healthcare, insurance, pretty much everything that you need to function as a professional out here in the industry legitimately. And I actually secured a placement with a company called Regime Fitness, and they were the ones who took me on board as a personal trainer.
So looking back on how you came to Dubai, would there be anything you would have done differently?
I would have come over here with a lot more savings, for sure, because nobody tells you how much of a hustle it's going to be in the beginning. So I came over here with just a few £1,000s in savings, and yes, I had 30 days free rent at the beginning, but rent is one of the huge outgoings here in Dubai. It's very expensive. So the first few months when you're just trying to get established as a personal trainer and you're scraping maybe 5 to 10 hours a week, then that's barely even going to pay the bills. So I recommend definitely having a bit more savings behind you when you come out.
I always say that, adversity is kind of like what kind of determines really like what you're made of, like your work ethic and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when you got the one-way ticket, which means you're not going back, And yeah, it takes a lot. It's definitely a mindset. Not a lot of people can handle doing that. They would just probably fly right back home.
That's it. And it's one of those make or break moments. It's like, right, I have 30 days. I have to make this work, or otherwise I'm going to go back to the place I was so unhappy with. So I have to make this work. So that's why I knocked on so many doors. I remember walking through Jumeirah Lake Towers in 40-degree heat in a suit because I thought I needed to look smart wearing a suit. So I'm like walking around between different gyms, sweating, turning up to these places, trying to get like my grasp on like a job, a prospect, a contact, somebody to try and get myself established.
Well, speaking about getting clients, like what would you give advice to an up-and-coming personal trainer who's actually struggling to get clients? What's the best way to acquire these people into getting work?
one of the best things you can do is to just put yourself out there. And one of the main channels to do this now is social media. So I was producing content, I was taking pictures, creating informative videos, and I was, hashtagging Dubai. I was trying to get reposts on these popular pages to kind of just like put Tom Bailey PT on the map, So I was creating these posts, but then I was trying to see where can this go. So what I did, I actually created a website, just my own website, created it through Wix, did everything myself, just learned through YouTube and stuff like that. So I put the website together, and on the website I had just me, my name, what I'm about, my experience, and there was a consultation form on the website as well. So people would fill out their details, their goals, their phone number, and then I could get in touch with the clients directly. So that client lead would come straight to my inbox. Because the issue that I had, yes, I was under a personal training company that sorted the visa, and they were giving us some client leads as well. That's one of the benefits of these freelance personal training companies. However, you're not the only trainer in that group. There's another 20 guys, so the client lead can go to any of these people. So if you really want to get leads coming to you, then I recommend building a website and then getting people to get in touch with you. So I was using my social media to create the content. I was sponsoring those ads, the Facebook ads, the Instagram adverts, and doing like a certain demographic, so you can set it by location for like Dubai Marina specifically. And I was trying to drive traffic to my website through the social media.
So when you brand yourself as a personal trainer, are you targeting specific people to train, or is it more of a broad and general clientele that you're looking for?
So I work more with general population. So it's people who are working desk jobs, just looking to improve general health and well-being, people typically looking for fat loss, muscle building. So these are quite generic, if you want to call it that. So I don't work specifically, like I don't have any experience working with athletes or like strength and conditioning or anything like that. Mine's more give people the fundamentals of what they need to build a physique, give them the nutritional fundamentals that they need to know to whether that's lose fat or match their training program to actually build muscle and yield results from their program.
So what are 3 practical advices you give to a personal trainer who really wants to be successful in this industry?
Number 1, I would say be present with your client. So I see a lot of personal trainers, they're not giving their client the attention that they need during the session. They're texting on their phone, they're looking elsewhere, they're watching the TV screens, and the problem with that is your client is one-to-one with you. They're going to recognize that you're not giving them the 100% attention. And when they start to feel that, they're going to start to question, right, what value is this person giving me? They're using their hard-earned money to pay you as a personal trainer, to give them your experience, your expertise. You deserve to give them that attention that they're paying for. So you want to be present in the sessions, you want to be making conversation, you want to be friendly, you want to be particularly paying attention to technique, making sure they're not getting themselves injured as well.
Do you see that as a problem? Actually, do you actually see a lot of clients that actually has said that about like past personal trainers?
Yeah, several of my clients have said to me in the past, trainers that they've had before have actually caused them to get injured. So it's unfortunate. And out here in Dubai, there's some cowboy PTs that don't always have the qualifications to really take somebody on and give them the advice, training, nutrition that they need. Number 2, I would say continued professional development. And what I mean by that is staying up to date with current research, going to seminars, learning from people in the industry, doing professional courses to further expand your knowledge. Because the more knowledge you get as a personal trainer, the more you start to see this holistic picture of how you can help people to get in shape. So it's not necessarily like, okay, I'm just going to funnel down one thing, I'm learning just about muscle building, but it's like, okay, how can like the fundamental lift, how can you learn how to move better? How can you take nutrition and then translate that to somebody's life specifically? It's learning all of these things and putting them together that makes you a better industry professional. Number 3, I would say put yourself out there. And I don't just mean that in terms of social media channels. I already explained the benefit of doing that, but also put yourself out there in networking events as well. So especially here in Dubai, the fitness community is arguably quite oversaturated, but what that means is there's so many like-minded individuals and professionals in the same industry that you can get together with, share contacts with, collaborate with. So that is one of the benefits of oversaturation. There's so many other people that you can learn from in this industry. So going to network events, brushing shoulders with people, and making those connections can actually be very fruitful for you in your future career.
Speaking about connections, would you contribute that to actually being on the cover of Men's Health?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I was doing, when I was creating the content, I was tagging Men's Health Middle East in a lot of the pictures, the content that I was creating. And after about 6 months of consistently doing that, that's when I actually got recognized by Men's Health Middle East. So I was featured on their Instagram stories one day. So I saw that as the door opening like just a little. So I made sure if this is an opportunity where I can reach out to someone, I stuck my entire leg through that door. So I reached out to them just through Instagram DM. It was quite simple. And the message in essence was, this is who I am, this is what I'm about. Like, I love training, I love health and fitness. If there's any way that you believe I can add value to your publication, whether that's creating workouts for your readers, if you want me to give you like recipes, healthy things like that, if you want me to, if you want any pictures for consideration to like feature in the magazine, whatever you want, I'm yours. And I just offered myself like that as somebody who could add value. And I think that's a really, really key point. So many people want to get into health and fitness and publications and stuff like that, and they just think like, I've got a good body, I'm entitled to be on a cover. No, but a good body is a dime a dozen. There's so many elements behind the scenes that you really need to have as a person who can be put on the face of a magazine, because it's not just a good body, it's a story of inspiration, it's something relatable to the average person who can take something from that and be like, all right, this guy started from nothing, he built himself up. How can I apply that story to my life?
Okay, so what's next for Tom Bailey? I heard through the grapevine that you might be moving on out of here.
Yeah, it's true. So I've been in Dubai for 2.5 years now, but now I feel it's time to move on to something else. So I've loved my experience in Dubai. It's been incredible for building a career, establishing myself, developing my knowledge, and just building myself up as a professional. So I've got hundreds, if not thousands of hours of personal training under my belt now. So I can take that forward with me to anywhere on the planet. So lucky for me, the human body doesn't change much from place to place. So yeah, the next place that I'm actually going to is Australia.
Nice, nice. So what's the biggest thing you could take from what you learned over here to Australia, you think? Maybe as a personal trainer, something maybe personal, maybe professional. What do you think?
I think one of the best things that I learned here in Dubai is persistence. So it wasn't a case of me coming over here and boom, I've got a full client base. I had to hustle for a full year before I really had 30 to 40 hours a week of personal training. So I couldn't really class it as a full-time job until I'd fully established myself. And the one thing about moving from location to location is the client base doesn't always come with you. So I'm going to be coaching some of my clients remotely from Australia when I move there. And I'm actually looking to build an online platform at the moment as well. So I've been filming hundreds of video tutorials, how to perform exercises, video blogs, going in depth onto health, nutrition, tracking calories, how to apply your nutritional regimen to the goal that you're trying to achieve in the gym, all the fundamental movement patterns, how to improve mobility, optimize health, how to build muscle, build that physique and sculpt yourself exactly how you want to look. That's what I'm looking to take as my next step.
Okay, so how could people get a hold of you?
I'm very active on Instagram, so if people want to follow me at Tom Bailey PT, then I'm there 24/7.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for being on the show.
All right, thanks for having me again.